Hey WBU family, it's me, Truett, and you're tuned into the Williams Pulse, the one-stop podcast that keeps you in the loop with everything happening on campus. Think of us as your inside track to life at WBU, where we've got the latest updates, must-know tips, and awesome stories straight from the fellow students.
Hey guys, it's Natalie. Here's the deal. You're busy. We get it. Between classes, work, and everything else, it's hard to keep track of what's going on. But guess what? We're here to make it easy and fun. With the Williams Pulse, you'll always know what's coming up, who's making waves on campus, and how to get involved. Whether you're a student looking to plan your week, or a parent keeping tabs on life at WBU, or an alumnus missing the good old days, this podcast is for you.
Here's 3 reasons why you should listen. First of all, stay in the know. No more FOMO. Get the scoop on events, campus updates, and more. 2, be inspired. Hear real stories from students, staff, and alumni that remind you why WBU is so special. 3, connect with the community. When you know what's happening, showing up is easier and way more fun. Hit that subscribe button and join the family. And hey, if you like what you hear, leave us a 5-star review to help more people discover the Williams Pulse. And make this your go-to podcast for everything WBU.
Before we start the news, does everyone remember the surveys? Well, if you don't, we sent out surveys to see what y'all wanted to hear on the podcast. Well, if you're anything like me and love to share your opinion, it's not too late. Go to williamsbu.edu/thewilliamspulse to tell us what you would like to see within the new season. You asked and we listened. Our first longer, more narrative-driven episode is officially up and ready for you. Here's a sneak peek of their conversation.
We don't have the original paper that Paul wrote, his letters on. We have copies and manuscripts. And some of those copies have differences between them.
Like 5,000 different things that's being said?
Actually, what I would say is there's more like 400,000 different things being said.
What do you see as being the purpose for those who are part of the woke culture, so to speak, or who are part of the guilt culture of everybody should feel guilty for being white?
There is a rage machine on social media. It's easier to build a platform around hate and fear than it is love and grace and peace and truth.
Especially when the algorithm promotes that. If there's hundreds of thousands of differences in the original Bible manuscripts, how do we know which one is most reliable? We didn't intend for our first conversation to be so focused on the intricacies of the Bible, but a recent Joe Rogan podcast inspired Bill and I to have this conversation with a professor that also loves to explore this kind of stuff.
Join us for preview days on Friday, February 7th or Friday, February 28th. These exclusive events let you explore our campus, meet the incredible WBU community, and step into the podcast studio to share your voice. Spots are limited, so don't wait. Reserve yours now at williamsbu.edu/preview. Details are in the show notes. We can't wait to welcome you and hear your story.
Today's guest is no stranger to WBU. Please welcome Jacob Richards. And as you may be able to tell, I am not Truett. He is sick today, so I'm filling in. As a senior, Jacob has not only conquered his classes, but also managed to walk away from the career fair with an amazing job opportunity. This guy is an expert at networking, and apparently is making recruiters think he's much more put together than he actually is. Alright, let's dive into the Williams news and events for the week. On Monday, we don't have school because it's Martin Luther King's Day. And then our next event will be PM, which is a time of worship, in the Moody Room at 8 p.m. And then on Friday, we have a women's dorm night at 7 p.m. And guys, sorry, you're not invited. This is a girls-only event.
Now let's dive into the athletics for this week. On Monday, the men's basketball team will play Central Baptist at home at 5 p.m. On Thursday, the men and women's basketball team head on over to Harris Stowe. And then on Saturday, the men and women's basketball team head to Williams Woods. And the indoor track team will go to Illinois for the Illinois College Snowbird Open. Our guest for this week is a business major here at Williams. Do you want to go ahead and introduce yourself?
Yes, hi. My name is Jacob Richards. I'm a senior, and my degree is in business administration. I'm also part of the baseball team.
Now let's get into some hot takes. Hot take.
And our hot take of the day is that Raising Cane's is overrated.
Me personally, I kind of agree with this statement. I think Slim's and Zaxby's are better because Zaxby's has the Zax sauce, and they also are more than just a chicken company. They also have great salads, and they partnered with Mr. B.
I'm going to have to firmly disagree with you.
So,
go ahead.
A chicken place should their specialty should be in chicken. If you go to Cane's, it's to get chicken.
Amen. And also, some people forget, I'm 90% sure they have a chicken sandwich. So they have variety.
Cane's?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, they do. It's just 3 chicken fingers on bread, though.
Well,
So, I mean...
well, it's still like they have some variety in the
I mean,
sense.
not really. But that's all right, because that's what you go there for.
Exactly.
I feel like Zaxby's is as close to Chick-fil-A as you can get on a Sunday because, I mean, they have the salads, they have the grilled and fried chicken, and many different options in that regard. So,
All right, now let's get into some college hacks. Jacob, would you go ahead and read that for us?
yeah, so if you're hungry, you don't always have to go to Walmart and spend your money. The SSE has snacks there for you.
Yep, that's pretty much. I go in there all the time when I'm studying, and I get coffee because it's just so easy. Like, I don't want to have to make a whole pot for myself in my dorm. I just rather go in there and use their coffee maker.
And during finals week, sometimes they get even better snacks.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they've brought in donuts before for finals week. So.
One time they had Gushers. I don't know, but that's my favorite snack. So.
I don't think much studying gets done in there.
No, not a whole lot.
Just eating.
Oh, they also have a massage chair. So I sometimes go in there to sit in the massage chair.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah.
Where's it at?
Where- yeah.
It's like, okay, the coffee machine, it's on like the other side of that wall.
Oh. I did not know
Yeah,
that.
no. I
Yeah,
did
fun
not.
fact, guys.
I'm going to have to go in there and study some later on.
All right, let's go ahead and start with some questions. So, how does the career fair work?
So how the career fair works is you bring your resumes, and there's several businesses there. They have like military. They also have like state parks and a bunch of local businesses, and you bring your resumes to them, and you can bring your resume to them and just learn about some different options.
So, can you describe a moment, like, or an interaction for us at the career fair that stood out to you, or maybe helped you with future employment?
Yeah, so my job, I ended up being a park interpreter at the state parks, and so getting to meet with people that have been in the state park system kind of motivated me because it's always something I've been interested in but didn't know of it as a career path. So meeting with them and getting to learn more about like what's the details of the job really helped inspire me to pursue this.
So, on that topic though, how did it go at communicating with like the vendors or whatever? Like,
So just communicating with them, they're all very casual. They're all cool. They all understand that we're college students and seeking employment. Or even if you're even just a freshman and sophomore, it could just be something where, hey, I'm a general education major. I don't know what I want to do. And you can go meet someone there and be like, oh, I want to get into, state parks, or I want to get in and work on the business department. Then you can switch your degree or, follow in what you want and just help you learn more so that way you can have some direction.
So, like, what's the best way to introduce yourself and get your name out there?
First thing I would recommend is having a resume, at least a resume with you, because some of these people will then contact you afterwards for an interview. But I just think being straight up honest and, saying, hey, this is, my name, I'm interested, I want to learn more information, and having a resume with you will help get your name out there.
and I have one last question that's just a sidebar, but can you, like, for people listening, can you explain what job you got out of the career fair?
Yeah, so I became a state park interpreter, which means I work at the state parks and I help teach kids and adults alike about like nature and history, and I get to go to schools and libraries and do programs where I teach kids about like animals, and I also got to help with some conservation for the state of Arkansas. And so it's a very fun and interesting job, and some places even provide free housing.
Oh.
Is this a career you're wanting to pursue long term?
Yeah, so I actually started off as a seasonal, and that's what I still am currently. So I've only worked for 7 months, but as you do more seasonals, you can then move up to a full-time interpreter. And then for me personally, I would like to be a park superintendent. So after I get some experience, I can then use my degree to like actually run and manage a park.
Oh, wow. All right, so our final question that we have written down, who knows what we'll say, is what advice would you give underclassmen or peers attending the career fairs to help them be more successful in landing opportunities?
know that people are not going to be judging you. Like, if you're straight up honest, like, hey, I have no idea what your job is, where this is located, just being honest with them. They want to see you succeed, and especially the business department that puts it on, they want to see you succeed. So just going with them and going into it with the mentality of, okay, I'm trying to learn, I'm trying to get my name out, I want to make connections, because connections will help get you places.
And also, for any students listening, the career fair is February 6th, so don't be shy and go, because it's gonna have a bunch of people there and it's gonna be really fun. So thank you so much, Jacob, for coming on. This has been a really fun conversation, and we hope to see you do well in this career. It's very exciting.
Everyone come to the Career Fair Day.
This has been
And will continue to be
The Williams Pulse.